Hey, what's going on guys? Jolts here, back with another patch video. And today we just got a really big patch, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off, lucky dice are now tracked per profile instead of per character. Yeah, so you only have to collect all the lucky dice once, and that's going to make a huge difference for people who want to farm up their loot luck. Then we have, Fate Makers can now rename their pets and character at the quick change stations. That's a pretty good change. Here's one I did not expect. So Chaos tiers can now go up to level 35. Before we capped out at 20, but now we have 15 more to go for. On top of that, we now have another tier of gear, which is known as Primordial. So once you get to Chaos 35, you will start getting Primordial gear. Basically, this is going to be the tier that's above Volatile. Here's another good one. Enemies in the Chaos Chamber have now been allowed to start spawning sooner. Before, we were actually finding enemies not spawning fast enough, so now this should hopefully help the spawns be a little bit more dense. Moon Orb currency has been adjusted. They increased the amount you can hold from 4,000 to 16,000. Single Moon Orbs are now worth 20 instead of 10. Stacks are worth 80 instead of 40. The final chest in Chaos Chamber drops 14 stacks. Rerolling cost is dependent on the rarity of gear now. So if you reroll a green, it's going to be cheaper than rerolling a legendary. And the cost of rerolling will be uncapped, so if you hit 4,000 on an item, it will stop there and you can just keep rerolling over and over at 4,000. No more breaking your enchants. Up next, we have the Loot Luck UI would sometimes appear and fluctuate inconsistently. So before you would jump into a game and see your loot luck's 5,000, and then you save quit, and then you jump back in and it's suddenly at 1,000. Yeah, apparently that was only a visual bug and should not be a thing anymore. Good deal. Here's another good one. Backpack would occasionally show wrong icons for gear. So now we should be able to see our icons in our backpack and no longer have blank cards. Spore Warden's Blizzard action skill and Graveborn's Dire Sacrifice action skill were unable to hit critical hits. Now they can. I did not even know that was a thing, but that's good. They fixed the Mistrial Assault Rifle glitch, so no longer can you stack amp damage on any weapon. And speaking of glitches, this got fixed too, and I know it's going to make a lot of people upset, but they fixed the Buffmeister glitch. No longer can you put it in your right slot for Ambihextrous and get insane damage. The action skill active enchants used to stick around for a full minute, but that has not been fixed. Gear would sometimes drop at a higher level than the player even if they were level 40, so no more are you going to find level 41 or 42 items on the ground. Another great one right here, no more spicy water. I mean, we're still going to have spicy water, but it's not going to insta-wipe you if you step into an elemental puddle. They adjusted the damage it does. Thank you. Here's one for those who play a lot of co-op. In the Chaos Chamber, sometimes the countdown would not show up for people traveling, but that should also be fixed too. And finally, for the big patch, we have console UI changes. So summing up this huge list here, basically nothing should overlap anymore on your screen if you're playing split screen, so the UI should look fine now. Alright, we do have some hotfixes, but just a heads up for the patch notes, there is a lot of changes here, over 400, and I'm not going to read them all off. But I did cover the major ones, and if you want to read them all for yourself, I will link it in the description. Anyways, to apply your hotfixes, make sure you're playing online. If you do so, it should auto-apply to your game when you launch it. We have a new event known as the Cosmetic Collectors, so if you fight any boss in the game, you should have a higher chance for cosmetics. Don't worry, it does say here it's not going to affect their other drops. We also have a new featured run for the Chaos Chamber, and this week it's going to feature Lance and the Frost King instead. As for the other fixes, there has been a slight nerf because of the way it was interacting. Ice spikes have been adjusted to deal damage to targets once per cast. I guess it was hitting multiple times, and they said the damage should not change on it. And for those who love the Berserker and Clawbringer, they both got buffs too. They increased Dreadwind's damage as it scales with higher levels by 28%, and for the Clawbringer they increased the damage radius of the Cleansing Flame melee damage, removed the cooldown on Storm Smite skill, increased Storm Smite's damage as it scales to higher levels by 50%, improved targeting for Storm Smite, and removed the Storm Smite delay between the puddle and the lightning bolt spawning. Now, I'm not a Clawbringer main, so hopefully that makes the character a lot better, and yeah, hopefully, competes with the other classes. Anyways, that's going to be everything today, so let me know below in the comments what you think about this patch and hotfix. Honestly, it was pretty solid. We got a lot of changes we've been asking for, and I'm really hoping in the future they will continue this and, balance the game properly. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, if you did, then please be sure to leave a like, because that'd be awesome. And if you really enjoyed it and want to see more Wonderlands content, then be sure to sub. You guys have a great day, and I will see you all later. Peace out.